We need you to cover us. That's what he said. Our minds were reeling as we sat talking with a high-ranking House member. If you want anything done, we can't bring it up on our own, like the bottled water exemption. You have to give us political cover. You have to lead. Seriously?
Legislators, stop putting your pledge to your party ahead of your oath to the people of Florida. It's time to fund education properly.
These are the same lawmakers who have the nerve to stuff 2010 legislation with millions of dollars in additional corporate tax exemptions. Year after year, the special interest-driven ideology of making our state cheap robs us, our kids, their kids, and our state of a prosperous economic future. The huge pile of loopholes, exemptions, and sweetheart deals just keeps coming. The conservative estimate of lost revenue to our state is $3 billion annually.
These tax breaks just put us into a deeper financial hole. The tax expenditures, as these breaks are called, cost us money. It's just like writing a check. The money is leaving our state when it could be going into our general revenue. Year in and year out, legislators vote these breaks into law with little thought as to whether there will be true economic benefits. We all know there's a payoff, but the people of this state aren't the ones receiving it.
We've heard senators state that the people of Florida don't have one more dime to send us. That's pretty awkward coming from a legislative body that gives away our profit margin packaged as tax breaks to big box corporations. These actions are costing us jobs and slowing our economic recovery.
This session started this week, and we've already been told what to expect. Although no one seems to be able to come up with a plan for what to do after the stimulus money runs out, our senators and representatives possess amazing clarity when it comes to what will happen this session. In fact, it's sort of like an open secret in the halls of Tallahassee that everyone is willing and eager to repeat and discuss. This is what they told us.
First, tell everyone there will be a 15% cut across the board. Stir the hornet's nest and wait for the reaction. Second, reduce talk of cuts to between 5 and 10%. Wait for the little guys to calm down on the street. Next, hire a professional PR firm with our money to run a campaign to scare everyone with horrible visions of what will happen if we don't alter the class size amendment in November. End the session with 1 to 2% cuts, setting everyone up nicely for their elections in November. Make the little guys think that their legislators fought hard for them. But that's not where it ends. In January, they'll call a special session. Now that everyone has been safely reelected, it's time for the final 10% cut across the board, for a total of 12%. Too late for the voters.
It doesn't have to be this way. As we sat listening in office after office in our state capitol, one thing became crystal clear. To these politicians, party loyalty is more important than allegiance to the voters of Florida. The future of this state and our kids are the victims of this misplaced loyalty.
They seem to have very little concern that our children will lose academic programs, electives, classroom resources, technology, athletics, art and music programs, and much more. Unless we succeed, our children will not receive the same educational experience that we had. They will not be prepared to compete in the global economy.
FundEducationNow holds no allegiance to any party, just to our children and the future of this state. We must speak up and speak out. If they want leadership, we're up to the task. We're parents. Legislators, here's your first civics lesson. You represent the people who vote for you. We have expectations. If it's too hard, step aside and we'll vote for someone who will work every day to earn back our trust.
So you need to write or call these legislative leaders now. Tell them that education funding cuts have got to stop. If they can find millions in new tax breaks for big business, they can find some funds for education. We need to fund education now.
No distractions.
No excuses.